Hi, I'm Julie Fleming, and this is the Alzheimer's Caregiver Minute. Today has been a bit of a rough day for me, but it reminded me of a self-care lesson that I wanted to be sure to share with you. Years ago, before my dad was actually even diagnosed, he was in the hospital, and it was a frightening time. He was not doing well. And I left the hospital, took my cat to the emergency vet because my cat also was not doing well. Then went back to the hospital and was up with my dad all night. Finally went home maybe 10 or 11 in the morning to take a shower and possibly get a little bit of rest. But when I got home, I got a call from the vet and found out that my cat was dying and was dying pretty rapidly. I remember thinking at the time, there's too much going on. I don't have the luxury of feeling this. And so I shoved it down and I dealt with the situation and I went on. And yes, I felt the grief when I had to put my cat to sleep, but I never really addressed it. And that's how I handled a lot of things actually for a while. I would just push down the feelings and not address the grief. And that didn't work very well. I've already mentioned that there were times when I was just so upset that I felt like I was never going to come back from being so sad. And that's largely because I didn't give myself the opportunity to grieve. So I've learned that lesson. Today I was packing up family belongings, sentimental stuff mostly, and furniture in the formal parts of my house because they're dangerous for my dad to be around. He's tripping over some of the furniture and he's running a risk of breaking some of the breakables. So I'm moving the stuff into storage, and it's sad. It's sad to pack it up because this stuff is sentimental. It reminds me of people I love who are no longer here. And it also represents another step in my dad's disease. But rather than just shoving it down and telling myself I didn't have time to deal, I sat down for a few minutes. I had a glass of water and put my feet up and just felt and looked around the room and thought about it. And I was sad for a few minutes. And then the feeling passed and I got up and I got back to it. It's a much better way of handling things. I know that the grief is going to continue to come up, and I'll keep doing something along those lines to actually feel it, not to pretend it isn't there. And I know that by processing it bit by bit, I'll get through it much more easily than if I shove it down. So that's what I offer to you today. When you feel those moments of loss, when you feel the moments of grief, go through them right then. Don't pretend that they're not there. Don't say it doesn't matter. Just get through them. Address them. Acknowledge them. And as a friend of mine says, feel the feels. When you do, everything will work out much better for you. That's my experience. So that's my tip for today. And I will see you again soon after I finish packing and moving all of this. And we'll take the next step together. See you soon. Bye.